Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Demon Deacons will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Volunteers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Got room at the 35. It's a seam wide up, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Vols! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It's Goodman. Got his man in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of five-star blue-chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. But David, the big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, And sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough. And then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So interesting to see how they do in developing these guys.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some ballers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Try to get it through the air. Right on the money. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Got it in the middle. It's Cano.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. That's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Demon Deacons with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Goodman. Makes the grab on the left. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Grab near the sticks. It's Cano. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wake.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not...
Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle, and he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here we go. They're going to ride this running back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Quarterback may change this route. He breaks a tackle. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? Run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. That's caught. It's Cano. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Goodman. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
And the Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. He's got a chance to be really, really good. Talk talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tennessee. With a lot of time left, there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dive.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. He now has 56 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The ball's in a good spot here with second and short. Can't get him to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play...
There he goes! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Demon Deacons will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Goodman. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wide open downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Touchdown, Wake Forest. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Using his legs, it's Bettis. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
The Volunteers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Dances away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. This time it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. The 30. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wake. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Vols will kick it away to start the 2nd half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
And the Demon Deacons have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Fires to the right. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. Now, as a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
Gonna look downfield again. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side.
Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. The 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
The give to the tailback. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He's got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown Volunteer. And that one will put them up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Finds a tight end. Looking for room at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to throw. It's Goodman. Plucks it out of the air. Powers through. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with it. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking, on the move. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Immediately fires to the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cano. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Goodman. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. It's complete to the left. And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play-action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They're going to test the right side with this one. He has the first and still on his feet. A nice play there, and that is likely how we'll put the finishing touches on this period. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Bettis. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Gets rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Running back searching for a hole. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught close to the marker, it's Cano. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Buying some time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air. It's Goodman. Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
To make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Goodman. He's got the tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Demon Deacons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deacons! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, and just when the doctor ordered you needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide, he runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Hauls it in. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's taking a deep shot. And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Wake.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's got it, and he got a foot down from the 2 two-point conversion. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The clock is at 20 seconds left to play. They'll line up for an onside kick to try to pull it out. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.